Zombie apocalypse, alien invasions, and collapse of society. Let's have some fun in this video. Hello everybody and welcome to Sobriety and Silver. I woke up sober again this morning because I went to bed sober last night. Today is 1,097 days of continuous sobriety. It is day 134 of stacking silver. All right, I'm going to have some fun in this video because I want to talk about everything that people talk about that may happen. And again, I think it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. If you have not liked, shared, and subscribed to this channel and you do enjoy this kind of stuff, please do so. Please subscribe. We're at 450 subscribers right now, and I'm setting a new goal for 500 by the end of the year. I am not a financial advisor. I am nowhere near qualified to do that. And also, my opinions are just that, my opinions. Your opinions may differ, and that's what makes America, America. All right. Prepping. Silver. I'm getting into all of this. Now, obviously, I don't really believe there's going to be a zombie apocalypse. But, maybe some people do. Prepping is prepping, no matter what you're prepping for. So I'm starting to get into prepping more and finding out things that I may need if there is a collapse in society. I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot going on right now, with China and Russia and Ukraine and South Korea. I think they just did end their martial law. BRICS, President-elect Trump, telling the BRICS nations that he's going to put 100% tariffs on imports. And I don't pretend to know the reasoning behind that other than protecting the American dollar, and maybe it's a scare tactic. But again, let's just be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. I do believe, and I am a firm President Trump supporter. But I do believe that come January, it's not going to be quite of a smooth transition as it's being reported. I'm going to prepare for riots. I'm going to prepare for upheaval. How bad it's going to be, who knows? Or even if it happens, I don't know. But what I have started doing is preparing. And I'll get into that in a minute because I forgot there's something I got in the mail today that just adds to my stack. And it's I got another American Silver Eagle. This one is a 2018. And I got this one off of eBay for $34. Now yesterday, I called the coin shop that is closest to me, which is about an hour away, 45 minutes maybe. They're in Denison, Texas, and I'm in southern Oklahoma. But they were selling the American Silver Eagles for $38.50 a piece. And I thought that was high, so I jumped right on the phone and I called my friend Coin Shop Chris. I was like, man, ain't that kind of high? And he said, no, that's pretty good price actually, or standard price or whatever for coin shops for the American Silver Eagle. So I got mine for $34 and a little bit of change. I didn't write it down. And I did the whole testing thing. I had, anytime I get something off of eBay, you guys have given me some really good information, feedback on how to test silver. So I downloaded the app to do the ping test. I stuck it in a piece of ice and it sliced through it like butter. So it's real. I mean, and I got it for $4 cheaper than what my coin shop would have sold it to me for, and also I would have had to drive 45 minutes to get one. And then I got some. Now these are 90% silver, but I love history. I've always loved history, and I love the history of Russia and Germany and those superpowers back in the 1700s, 1800s. And no, I'm not a Nazi or anything like that. I think that was a horrible. Hitler deserves to be exactly where he's at right now. So let's not go down there and start leaving me comments saying I'm a Nazi, because I am absolutely not. But anyway, I did get some German half marks. Now these are 90% silver. This one, it's hard to tell. I got a 1905 and a 1906. And I think the melt value on them are right at $2 and some change. I looked it up. Again, I'm bad about that. I look stuff up and then I don't write it down, and I tell myself, oh, I'll remember it. I don't. I never remember it. But it's more of a, let me grab the other one. The other one's in a little better shape. It's more of just a collector's deal here. And Pirate Stacker got me into this. He has a $10 numismatic challenge. So I need to go on Numista and see what the actual value of these are. But being a first-time customer for this guy on eBay, he sent me a text or a message through eBay and said, well, man, I appreciate it. I'll send you an extra coin. And he sent me a Canadian, what is this thing? I don't have my glasses on. I can't see it. I really haven't looked at it that well, but it was free. I guess I should have been a little bit more prepared when I talk to you guys. But hey, man, like I said, what you hear is what you get with me. All right, well, that's what I got in the mail today. So with the American Silver Eagle, that puts me up to 33 3/4 ounces. Now, I didn't count the German half marks because I have to look up and see what their silver weight is. All right, prepping. I'm starting to get into this more and more, and so I looked up, the most basic essential items for somebody that's on a strict budget, somebody that doesn't make a lot of money, that doesn't have the underground bunker and the, 2-year supply of food and things like that. And if you do have that, you're ahead of the game. Good on you. Absolutely. But I did find out some basic information. There's some things on here that I really never even considered. Skills, learn simple gardening and fire starting techniques. You think, well, anybody can start a fire. What if it's raining? What if the weather is snow, or, you get what I'm getting at here. And simple gardening, gardening's not just putting a seed down in some dirt and hoping for the best. And then some other budget-friendly gear that I didn't consider. I mean, I did consider because I have some of it, but hygiene. I didn't think of the hygiene to stack that. Oh, sorry, guys, there's a train going by. And the Dollar Tree carries a lot of this stuff. You don't have to order it order it online and pay, get the whole survival kit with all this stuff in there. You can go to Dollar Tree and bit and pieces and just add a little bit of a few candles, lighters, wooden matches. They have the waterproof matches. But the hygiene supplies, simple stuff like mouthwash, toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, soap, razors, rubbing alcohol. Now, rubbing alcohol I never thought of. So that is now on my list of items to get and to stack for prepping. And then, of course, everybody knows the over-the-counter medications, Tylenols, your anything fever reducers, stack that stuff so you have a good supply. And those can actually be used for trading. Well, I mean, anything can be used for trading, but, those especially. And then knives, multi-tools, hand crank, flashlights. And here's two other things I never considered. buckets, and work gloves. That makes total sense. But I never thought of keeping a stack of buckets, and I'm not going to get 100 buckets, but 4 or 5 buckets, 5 gallon, the little smaller buckets, just different size buckets. You never know when you're going to need to carry water. And the work gloves, never considered that. That is an excellent thing to have, not only for maybe provide warmth, but also to protect your hands from cuts and things like that when you are foraging and cutting wood or whatever. And cutting wood, that brings me to another item: a little small hatchet, something small to carry around. An axe is big, but just little simple things like that I never considered. And here's one more that I never thought about as a new prepper. And yeah, I'm going to start calling myself a prepper because you just never know what's going to happen the way the world's going right now. Is salt and spices. Never thought about that. So that's going to go on my list. So now I don't know what spices are more important to stack. I don't know if any of them like take precedence over the other, but it's things I'm going to be looking into and make sure that my wife and I have just in case. So some of my videos coming up, I'm going to start talking about some of the items that I got. Now, a lot of these we have probably 4 to 6 months worth of food, rice, tuna, peanut butter. Well, actually, I don't think we have any peanut butter, but that's another important one to get because, it has the protein. But we have a lot of canned goods, beans. I can't think right now. I'm drawing a blank. But we have a couple of boxes. We should be good for at least 4 to 6 months as far as food goes. But some of these items I just never considered. And if you do have any concerns about what's going on in the world, maybe let's start thinking about our safety and prepping a little bit. I still want to get as much junk silver as I can. I was talking to one of my coworkers last night, and we actually got on the subject of junk silver. And he doesn't have any junk silver, but he knows what it is. But the way the conversation got started was he's a farmer, and he's actually gotten rid of a lot of his stock, a lot of his cows, and he's downsizing his farm. And he has about a year's worth of meat in his freezer, and he's only going to keep just enough animals to feed his family. And, that's the way the world is right now, man. And it's disturbing, I know, but again, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. It's better to have it and not need it than it is to need it and not have it. So, you guys, I'm going to cut this video short. I'm going to cut it off, not cut it short. You guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for sticking around. It's a rainy, drizzly day here in southern Oklahoma, but hey, I'm sober. I'm prepping. I'm stacking silver. I think I'm ahead of the game, and I hope you guys are too. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.